to Occupy Time. My name is Rita. I am a recent graduate and a recently certified occupational therapist. The reason why I'm starting this channel is to help OT students in the process of pursuing their career, to be a resource to practitioners, as well as to give back to my community. Because I know when I was in the process of applying to grad school, surviving grad school, and even taking my NBCOT exam, I really wish I had more guidance, and this is what I'm here to provide. So for the purpose of this first video, I will be providing you with 8 tips on how to prepare yourself for the NBCOT exam. So here we go. Tip number 1. Tip number 1 is to set yourself a realistic study schedule. Don't write more than you can handle in one day. Don't overwork yourself or overwhelm yourself. Make sure that you are aware of your strongest and your weakest areas. And the NBCOT study pack does provide a self-assessment for you to see where you need the most help with. Really focus more time on your weaker areas, and remember to utilize the study habits that you did utilize while you were in school. That's probably the best way to help you pass the exam. Make sure that you color code or write and type out your notes. Review the rationales, especially whenever you're taking practice questions. And remember, you don't need to study for 8 hours a day. Just only study as much as your body and your mind allows you to. Tip number 2 is to take plenty of practice exams and to time yourself. It is important that you build that testing endurance as well as your time management skills, because sitting in an exam room for 4 hours is a bit overwhelming. So make sure you are prepared for that, and just to maybe even simulate the testing environment. Tip number 3 is to use all your resources. You have textbooks, you have class and PowerPoint notes, you have fieldwork notes, you have YouTube videos from OT Mary, OT Rex, you even have podcasts from OT Exam Prepper, as well as other great exam prep tools such as the AOT Exam Prep, NBCOT Study Pack, Therapy Ed, the Purple Book, which is this one right here and has really good practice exams, as well as you can even use me as a resource. Go ahead and reach out to me and I'll try my best to help you out. Tip number 4 is to be aware of your learning style. Are you a visual? Are you an auditory? Are you a kinesthetic learner? Find ways that really help you to conceptualize information. I know for me, drawing things out and color coding things really helps me to understand concepts better. Tip number 5 is to know your OT process. When you're breaking down a question, make sure you know what step in the process you're in to help you answer a question. For example, if you've screened a patient, you know that an intervention is not appropriate at this step in the process until you have completed an evaluation. Overall, make sure that you refer to the OTPF for further information. Tip number 6 is when you're answering questions on the exam or practice questions, ask yourself, is it client-centered? Is it safe? Is it functional? Is it occupation-based? Is it appropriate at this stage or level of the disease? Is this in our scope of practice? These are questions that you should ask yourself, and they may help you answer a question correctly. Tip number 7 is to know precautions and contraindications for conditions and diseases, as well as know the different stages of the disease. For example, for cardiac precautions, you know that patients should avoid twisting, bending, or reaching across their body. There's also other precautions such as orthostatic hypotension and autonomic dysreflexia. Make sure you know what to do when patients do have those occurrences. And finally, tip number 8 is be confident and don't lose faith in yourself. When you're answering practice questions and questions on the NBCOT exam, make sure that you don't overthink and don't second guess yourself. Most of the time, your first response is the correct one. I learned from my mistakes and learned not to change my answers unless I have an aha moment. To finish off this last tip, take this time to pat yourself on the back and reflect on how far you have come. Think about it. You got into school, you passed fieldwork, and you graduated. Those are big accomplishments to be proud of. You have one more step before you can begin changing lives. You can do it. Alright guys, well I hope these 8 tips were helpful to you all. I am looking into providing further content that is helpful, and please provide me with any recommendations down below as how I can best help you. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Occupy Time. Bye!